Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. So today we have a battle against Richie, random person offline. And so yeah, looking at his team on the side there, looks to be very powerful stuff, very meta stuff for the most part. Looking at my team, it is the same one that I've been using the past few games here. A little bit of a mid to lower tier squad. So yeah, what do we want to lead with in this one? That is a good question. I think we're going to go with the Hippowdon in this one. I feel like that might be the best option. And yeah, we'll see how that works out. As he's still making his selection there. So definitely a powerhouse team on his side, so we'll see what we can do about it. What is it gonna be? That is the question. Time is almost up. Going down to almost the wire there. Alright. Let's see what happens here. So there he is. And he's going to lead with Dragapult as we led with our Powdon. So we're going to get the Sandstream to make a Sandstorm immediately. And so I think right out of the gate here, we might just want to go for the Stealth Rock, so I think that's what we're going to do. We'll just make the standard play and try to get our Stealth Rock up early and see what he wants to do. He goes for a Hydro Pump, which is very unexpected, and that just KOs us outright. So that's probably Specs, if I had to guess, but yeah, that just blows us away, which is terrible as we go down to 5 Pokemon. So very rough start to the game there for us. How do we want to try to bounce back into that? I guess we come in, if we assume that he's Specs, I guess we come in with Lantern. That feels like that's the best course of action. So that's what we're going to do. And so he does have a switch in to the electric attack. I don't know if he would just bring Clodsire in. I feel like we probably just Ice Beam in case he's not Specs, but I feel like he's probably Specs. So yeah, we'll just click Ice Beam, we'll make the obvious play. He does switch, so yeah, I feel like he's probably Specs. He goes ahead and comes in with Clodsire, which is kind of fine, because Ice Beam should do some decent damage to this thing regardless. So there it is, we go for a nice Ice Beam on this thing, and does do about a third, which is pretty decent chip damage, and then we are going to get some HP back with our leftovers. The only bad news about this is that we really needed the Hippowdon to kind of deal with the Clodsire, so the fact that we don't have that is going to definitely be problematic. I think our best case scenario here is he probably just goes for rocks, if I had to guess. So I feel like we go into our Reuniclus. I think that's probably best case scenario. So that is what we're going to do here. So there it is. And he is going to recover instead, okay? So he's just going to heal the damage off rather instead. So that's going to go ahead and put him back up to full HP. And so we are not going to take the sand damage thanks to Magic Guard. So he does obviously have the switch in to us here. So I feel like Psychic Attack is pretty obvious right now. But we don't really have a great... I mean, we could, unless we really want to predict the Terra King Gambit hard and go Terra Fighting, hit him with a Terra Blast, which I'm really not prepared to do at this point. I feel like... How do we want to play this? I guess we could just Shadow Ball. So yeah, we'll just Shadow Ball, see what he wants to do. He actually does stay in, which is pretty interesting. We hit him up with a Shadow Ball, which does do some nice chip damage. He goes for a Toxic Spike, which is interesting. So that's going to go ahead and set one layer up on us, so that is not great. So that means all of our incoming Pokemon will then be poisoned. So get some HP back with the Black Sludge as well. I think this time around we will go for a Psychic, as he does stay in, so we do get a nice powerful Psychic off on him, and it does just go ahead and destroy this thing. So Clodsire goes down there, and he goes down to 5 Pokemon, so that is pretty good. Sandstorm is going to go away as well. Only bad thing about that is he did get a layer of Toxic Spikes up, which definitely could cause us some problems because we do not have a way to get rid of that. So yeah, our incoming Pokemon will get poisoned. So now he's going to go ahead and come in with the Dragapult, and so we have a little bit of a choice to make, because he obviously could just hit us with a Specs Shadow Ball, and that could do a lot of damage if he does. I feel like our best play in this situation is probably just to go to our Honchkrow, just in case. I feel like that's what he's going to do, so we're just going to make that play. We're going to go to Honchkrow, predicting the Ghost move, and we'll see what he wants to do here. So there it is. And he is going to go for the Shadow Ball as predicted. How much damage is this going to do to us? It does just about 50%, which is crazy damage, so that's definitely confirmation that he specs in my mind. We do get some HP back with our leftovers as well. As much as, now this turn, as much as I would like to go for a Sucker Punch, I feel like he doesn't stay in here because he knows that he can't take a Sucker Punch. So he could be going in with King Gambit, but I feel like all the same, Night Slash is the best move because we don't want to over-predict here, so we're just going to go Night Slash. He does go for the switch, which is good. We could have gone U-turn to pivot out, but I feel like we split the difference, kind of. So he is going to come in with King Gambit, and he does have the Supreme Overlord coming into play as we do go for our Night Slash, which does do a little bit of chip damage to that thing, not a lot. And then we are going to get some HP back with our leftovers as well. So now we have to decide what we want to do to this thing, and I feel like this thing does outspeed us. I'm not 100% actually 100% sure who outspeeds who, because I know we don't have speed investment. So I kind of want to know who outspeeds who. Neither of us are super fast. Let's see, who outspeeds who? I don't really know. I think we actually do outspeed him, unless he's got speed investment. So I kind of want to just U-turn to see what he wants to do. So that's what we're going to do. And we do outspeed him, so we get a U-turn to get some chip damage on that thing. And we get the pivot. So he's probably going for... He has a couple of options here. I kind of want to just go to our... see, this is where it would be really nice to have Hippowdon alive still, because that would be what we want to go to here, but unfortunately it's not there. I feel like going to our Lantern is probably best case scenario if he's going for a Steel move. But yeah, we'll go to Lantern here, and we do get poisoned, unfortunately, as he is going to go for an Iron Head, so we did make the right call there. Not going to do too much damage to us. And then we are going to get some HP back with our leftovers, and then we are going to take some poison damage as well. So, in this situation, how do we want to play this? I feel like the Clodsire is down, so he has no electric immunity, which is nice. I feel like he probably doesn't stay in here. He very well could, but I think our best course of action against this thing is probably, because I don't think Thunderbolt takes him out anyway, so I think we're just going to Volt Switch here, and he does actually stay in, and we actually outspeed him. Yeah, so we Volt Switch, and he gets minimal chip damage on this thing, so I feel like he is probably maybe Assault Vest, based on how well he took that, because he took that very well. He could definitely be going for the Dark Attack here. We have a couple of Pokemon that could handle that, maybe. Kind of want to go into... We don't really have anything that will take it well at this point, but I think our best bet might be to go into Rabombi, actually. So yeah, I think we're going to go Rabombi here. I don't really want to take a shot on Infernape. So yeah, we'll go to Rabombi. We're going to get poisoned, of course, by the Toxic Spikes. and then he is going to go ahead and go for a Kowtow Cleave, which is going to probably do massive damage. Yeah, it takes us below half, and then we are going to take some poison damage as well. So this turn we're in an interesting situation. I feel like he definitely could Sucker Punch in an attempt to take us out, so I kind of want to just throw the Sticky Web up. So I think we're actually just going to attempt a Sticky Web here as... we'll see what he wants to do. He does indeed Sucker Punch, so it is going to fail because we do opt to go for the Sticky Web instead. So that's pretty clutch actually for us. We do get a nice Sticky Web up, which is going to drop the speed of all of his Pokemon incoming, and then we are going to take some more poison damage. So now that we do have the Sticky Web up, I feel like our best bet is probably just to Moonblast this turn, simply because we could switch out, but I don't really think it's necessary because our Rabambi is pretty weak. So let's just Moonblast this time. He could Sucker Punch to take us out. And yeah, he does just Sucker Punch to take us out. So I guess we could have played that a little differently, but you know, it is what it is. So we lose Rabambi there, and we go down to 4. So I think knowing that our best play here is definitely going to be to come in with Infernape. So that's what we're going to do. So there it is, and so we do get poisoned off the Toxic Spikes, unfortunately. And so I think he does have some options here as to how he wants to handle this. And I think what our best option is going to be, I don't want to go for the fighting move because he has a lot of resists or immunities to it. I think Flare Blitz has got to be the play here. So yeah, we're going to Flare Blitz on him here as he does Sucker Punch us for damage, does do some solid chip damage to us, but we do take it well enough, go for a Flare Blitz, and that definitely takes out the King Gambit from that range, and that is going to knock him down to 4 Pokemon. We are then also going to take some recoil and some poison damage as well, so that's going to leave us at a not great spot with Infernape, about a 3rd HP. So now we have to see what he wants to do. He is going to come in with Gyarados. So Gyarados is in, and he is going to not get the Intimidate, so obviously he's going to be Moxie. We don't want to stay in with Fernape because we are Choice Scarf locked into the fire attack, so we're going to go to Lantern here. I think that's our best possible answer, the way we could best handle the situation. So we're going to go ahead and switch out to the Lantern, see what he wants to do. If he just goes for the water attack, that would be best case scenario. But Lantern is in, and he is going to opt to bust out his Terra at this point, so we're going to get to see what that is. What type is he going to be? It is going to be Terra Fire. Okay, so he goes Terra Fire on the Gyarados, which is interesting. So there it is. And he is, in fact, going to Dragon Dance. So that is obviously a terrifying prospect. So he's going to go ahead and get that +1 attack and speed, which is obviously could very well be terrible news for us. So we are going to get some HP back with the leftovers, and then we are going to take some poison damage. So the question really is if we can take an attack from this thing or not, which I'm not sure that we can. But we have to hope we can take an attack and try to hit him hard with a Scald. He does have Earthquake, as you would expect. Can we take it at +1? Unfortunately, Lantern cannot take it, so Lantern goes down, and we are going to go down to 3 Pokemon. He's also then going to get his Moxie boost, too. So bad news, definitely bad news for us. So now we have to decide how we want to handle this situation, and we're running out of options here. I think our only hope is to probably come in. I mean, we have to come in with Infernape, I think, and then just hit him hard. We should, I think, still outspeed him because we're Scarf. So we'll come in with Infernape, and then we get to hit him with a close combat. Yeah, to try and chip this thing down as far as possible. That's really our best shot here. So that's what we're going to do. We do outspeed him thanks to the Scarf. We hit him with a close combat. Does do massive damage to this thing, but he does survive, unfortunately. And we do take defense drops as he goes for a Waterfall. That will certainly take us out from that range and knock us down to 2 Pokemon. So that is going to give him another Moxie boost as well. So the only hope that we have to deal with this thing at this point is our Honchkrow, and so we have to just hope. I think a Sucker Punch can take him out from this range, but the question is, does he predict it and do something else? So we're coming with Honchkrow, And we really just only have one play right now, and that's the Sucker Punch. See what he wants to do. He could easily switch out here, predicting the Sucker Punch, but we'll see. No, he doesn't, and he doesn't do anything cute. He just goes for an attack. Sucker Punch is going to take care of the Gyarados, fortunately. That knocks him down to, I believe, 3 Pokemon. So we're not quite out of the fight yet. We're still fighting back as we get some HP back with the leftovers. So this is definitely going to be an interesting turn of events here to see how this goes. What is he going to come in with now to answer the Honchkrow is really the question. So I believe I have to take a look to see what he has left. It is going to be the Vikavolt. So he is going to come in with Vikavolt. And so he does have the Vikavolt. He's got the Dragapult, and he's got the Armarouge. So I think we should outspeed this thing. So we could Terra to not be weak to the electric attack, which might be worth it. And then we will take neutral damage, and then we just hope to hit him hard with a Night Slash. I think that's probably best case scenario. Yeah, I think that's probably best case scenario. So, yeah, I think that's what we got to do. We're kind of running out of options here, so that's really going to be our play. So we're going to go ahead and bust out our Terra on our Honchkrow, going Terra Steel to lose the electric weakness. And so we also gain a bug resistance if he decides to go for that. So we do outspeed him, which is great. Hit him up with a Night Slash. Does get massive damage with a critical hit. He goes for a Volt Switch. Does do massive damage to us in return. Take us down to about a 3rd HP, and he does get the pivot out as well. The only good thing about this is that he does have to pivot into something that's weak to Dark. So there will be some Sucker Punch mind games coming into play here in this next play for sure. So he is going to go in with Armarouge, which does make sense because we are weak to the fire attack. So he is going to take the speed reduction off the Sticky Web, and that could be pretty big for us because that could potentially mean the difference of us outspeeding him. So the question we have is, do we Night Slash or do we Sucker Punch? Because I feel like Honchkrow is close enough in speed to Armarouge unless he's like max speed investment that we should outspeed him. So I kind of want to, and he could also Calm Mind, actually, that's a very real possibility as well. Or try to set up in some other way. So I think Night Slash is probably the right play here. So we're going to Night Slash, and we do outspeed him, hit him with the Night Slash. Not quite enough to take him out, unfortunately. He is going to get the weak armor drop in defense, raise, and speed, and he is going to also pop a weakness policy to boost his stats further, unfortunately for us, as he is going to Iron Defense to increase his physical defense. So that actually, it kind of works out for us in a way, actually. We get some HP back with the leftovers. So if not for that speed increase that he got off the weak armor, we would actually be in a pretty good spot right now. But obviously he perhaps predicted the Sucker Punch there. I think we have to Sucker Punch this time, though. I think we have to hope that he attacks and Sucker Punch this time, so that's what we're going to do. Is it going to work? Sucker Punch? No, it's going to fail. What is he going to go for here? It's going to be an Iron Defense again. Okay, so he may be trying to Iron Defense up enough to take a Sucker Punch, which I don't know that he will. So I think our correct play, as we're starting to put the edges of the timer here, is probably just to continue to click Sucker Punch. So yeah, because if he does attack, I think we take him down. He probably is going to Iron Defense one more time, if I had to guess. But yeah, I think we Sucker Punch again. I think that's the right move. There's a Sucker Punch. Do we take him out? Yep, we do. Okay, perfect. So we do get a crit there. I don't think that mattered at all. But he was at +4 defense, so perhaps it mattered. But it was super effective. We are max attack, so I'm not 100% sure if that mattered or not. But we do take him out, and we do get some HP back with the leftovers. So Honchkrow is definitely putting in a lot of work trying to get us back in the game here. He is now going to come back in with the Vikavolt. So that thing is in, and so we know we can't take another shot from this thing I think our only hope here is to probably Brave Bird and hope it's enough to take him out. So that's what we're going to do. We know we should outspeed him unless it was a speed tie before. So we are pushing the edges of the timer, of course, here as well. So what's going to happen here? We do outspeed him. We go for the Brave Bird, and it is enough to go ahead and drop that Vikavolt, which is amazing, knocking him down to just one Pokemon. We do take a little bit of recoil damage, but Honchkrow absolutely putting in the work in this game, which is amazing. We are going to get some HP with the with the leftovers, and there, ladies and gentlemen, is the DC. So you love to see it. So there you have it. So, you know what? We're going to cut and print this anyway. Usually I don't save DCs, but we were so far deep into this, and I think this was a really solid game up until that we're gonna save this one. So yeah, that is technically going to be considered a 2-1 victory for us against Richie. So a 2-1 victory via a disconnect on my opponent's side. You gotta love the sportsmanship. But yeah, that was a great match, actually, very competitive, and we really put the work in there with Honchkrow. Absolutely put the work in that game, and that is a worthy performance indeed. And in fact, forcing the opponent to rage quit. So you gotta love it. So but that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and/or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.